Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please subscribe if you have not done so yet. Please give this video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. I'm excited to share this pick a card reading with you. It is for Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn is going to be moving into Aquarius on March 21st, and this reading will give you insight into that whole transit. Now, Saturn will actually move back into Capricorn, retrograde back into Capricorn, and then come back into Aquarius, but it will technically be in this Aquarius transit from March 21st, 2020, all the way until 2023. So this is a long few years of our lives. So this reading will give you insight into what the energies will be regarding this transit for your life. So before we actually get started, if you have not subscribed to my newsletter, please do so. There is a link in the description of the video. When you subscribe to my newsletter, you get to download my free moon astrology guide, as well as receive weekly moon magic reports where I tell you all about the moon, how that's going to affect your emotional well-being for the week. People have really been enjoying it. I have been getting a lot of really good feedback from those emails. So the next one comes out on Wednesday. So make sure you sign up for it before Wednesday. Also, if you have not yet signed up for my Spring 2020 special webinar that will be happening on March 28th, this is a Saturday. I believe it's a Saturday, it could be Sunday. Don't quote me on that. It's officially March 28th though, and it'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Actually, don't quote me on that either. March 28th, okay? We don't need to worry about the details right now. But look in the description of this video for a link to sign up for that webinar. The webinar will include a lot of information, tons of information, historical information about what we have seen in the past when it comes to the powerful conjunctions that are coming up. The Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, of course, Saturn moving into Aquarius, the nodes changing signs, 7 retrogrades going on. There's a lot going on. What I'm going to do in that broadcast, I'm going to talk about all of the major transits for the whole spring, which is basically the next 3 months. And then we'll go over each of the zodiac signs, sun sign and rising sign, and talk about what the theme will be for you for the next 3 months and how you can maneuver or travel through or be with and work with that energy that will be coming up for you based on your sun and rising sign. Thank you guys so much for listening to that. So let's get started. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So just pick the pile that draws you the most to it, and then go into the comment box or the description of the video if you're on your desktop and click on the timestamp for that video. Without further ado, let us get started. All right, pile number 1, let's take a look at your cards. Your theme is karma, which interestingly enough, Saturn is the Lord of Karma, or is known as the Lord of Karma and the Lord of Time. So his presence is, he's making his presence known here very strongly. And the fact that he is the one that teaches us and wants us to be responsible. And in order for us to step into responsibility, we have to heal. We have to heal all karmic wounds. We have to let go of the past. We have to move on from things that no longer work for us or are good for us. And in that process, what we're doing, we're liberating ourselves. And in that liberation process, we are basically clearing karma from this life and also from past lives. Now, with the tarot cards, you get the Awakening, 2 of Crystals, 3 of Cups, Serenity, and the Ace of Cups. So there is definitely some powerful energy that is going to come from this theme of karma for you, or clearing karma for the next 3 years or so. The karma that you're clearing, or the activation that you're actually having, has to do with an awakening that you're going through. And I feel like you've been going through this awakening for a while. Can you see she's got, she's working with energy in between her hands, and her crown chakra is open to the universe. And you see the stars and you see the moon and some other planets. So there's a connection here. As you clear, or at least learn the stories or learn the lessons that are present for you, you are awakening in a way that will connect you to your higher purpose. Now, there's a very clear message of finding balance in your life. If you feel like you've got too much going on, you're juggling too many things, finding balance is going to be the key for you to move forward in your life. It's interesting because the next card is the Three of Cups, which usually it means that there's like more than just two energies involved. This could be like three people instead of two, right? And when it comes to relationships, we see the Three of Cups, it's like, oh, this is like a third party situation. It's also a card of celebration as well. So the interesting thing is that there is something that you're dealing with that is overwhelming. There's like, you've got these two things that you got to balance, but then there's this third thing that makes it really difficult for you to focus your energy. You have to find a way to balance everything right now. That is the key for you for the next few years. You're going to be releasing a lot, and you're going to be learning, and you're going to be awakening yourself. You're going to be learning how to balance yourself in life. And as you do that, what will come of it is this beautiful energy of serenity. Well, you'll finally be at peace. You will feel at peace. What I also see in these cards is this beautiful energy of pink. The pink starts with the lotus flower over here. And the lotus flower is also symbolic of the crown chakra. The crown chakra is called the 1,000-petal lotus. And it's continuously unfolding because information is continuously coming in through the crown chakra and then into our being. And I see also the pink, tones, which is like that energy of serenity throughout all of these cards. And the other thing that I see is also the moon. The moon is in this card, it's in this one, it's in this one, it's in this one. And this is significant. The moon is the connection to the sacred divine feminine. This is that your feminine side. This is your emotions. This is also your fears that may come up when you do face things that, when you do have to face things that you're very uncomfortable with facing. But the serenity will arrive with this Saturn in Aquarius transit, and it'll be a new beginning for you in learning how to love again. I also see the crystals inside this cup. The cup is full of the vibrant frequency of the planet. Crystals are connected to the earth, and they come from Mother Earth, and so they hold a frequency, a higher vibrational frequency. I would actually recommend you do some kind of work with crystals. If you don't have any crystals, definitely get some. I have jewelry that has crystals on it on my Etsy shop, which is called Eagle Star Jewels. You can go around and check for what draws you in. But I see this full cup for you, and it is the beginning of a new journey of learning to love yourself once again. I have pulled two animal cards for you. One of them is the unicorn, and the other one is the butterfly. They're two very powerful cards, and they both represent a form of transformation. The butterfly, it's obvious, because the butterfly has to unbecome a caterpillar and become a butterfly. And there's nothing in the butterfly that resembles the caterpillar, not even at a cellular level. So this is a complete transformation that you're going through. And it's also scary because when you're in that in-between space of not a caterpillar but not a butterfly yet, which you might feel like, it might feel that way when you're on an awakening journey, it gets scary. It gets a little bit you feel a little bit unsure of yourself in your life in general. And the unicorn brings in the faith. You have to have faith in yourself. The unicorn represents something that some people believe in it, some people don't believe in it. It's like this mythical creature. But we all know that our faith, what we believe in, plays a huge role in how we deal with life. And in the things that literally manifest for us on a day-to-day basis. If you believe in it, it'll come true. It'll happen. And that's why when you believe that you're going to get sick, you probably will get sick. When you believe that you're not going to get sick and that you're safe, you're going to be safe. Things like that. Our thoughts and our belief systems play a huge role and affect us a lot. Right now, what Saturn in Aquarius is asking you to have is faith in the process. Faith in the process. You get from the Shaman Oracle deck the Crow, which is a very symbolic animal. The crow represents the darker side of things. The crow also can represent karma. And so it's connected here to the Saturn energy. Saturn is about structures, and Saturn is about following the rules. But in Aquarius, the energy will shift completely. It'll be more of that air energy, and it'll be more of understanding the truth. The crow can take you to that other side. The crow can take you to the underworld, so to speak. The crow can help you see through the darkness and the night. And that is symbolic too of, the moon that we see presented here. You can only really see, a really bright full moon on a dark night. And that's important for you to recognize that through the darkness, you will have this ally. You will have the crow. And the crow has deep insight into the things that we cannot understand. And he will be your guide for this transition. You've got the card of change. So again, the theme of change coming up. Things are going to become very different. Funny because it's like horse, but it kind of looks like this unicorn in this card. He's also flying like in a hot air balloon, which I think is funny, but it's like what's going on here? So that's kind of what Saturn in Aquarius is like. That Aquarius energy is like, let's get innovative. Let's create some better ideas. Let's do something new and different. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of revolution and the Kundalini energy and being different and unique. And I feel that in this card for you. This is a new beginning that you have to embrace with courage. And if you embrace this new beginning, it'll take you right to loving yourself. It's almost like you'll go on this journey and you'll come right back to understanding who you are, loving yourself fully, and being in that space of serenity as you realize this powerful realization. I hope this resonated for you. Let me know in the comments if you did. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up, and please sign up for a newsletter, and definitely check out our Spring 2020 special webinar happening on March 28th. All of the links are in the description below. Sat Nam, see you soon. All right, pile number 2. This is a pretty powerful reading. I mean, if you look at the cards, at the images of the cards, you see a tiger, another tiger, a lion, another tiger. That's pretty significant to me right there. That's a lot of cat energy. But I like this, and I have a feeling that some of you guys watching this are Leos. I'm just going to leave that right there. So this is about the lion. This is about the king of the jungle, The strength card, this first card, is the theme for you for Saturn in Aquarius, which will be in Aquarius. Basically, it'll finish its Aquarius transit in 2023. So this is going to be a time frame of our lives where big changes are coming. And the Aquarian energy is about innovation, doing things differently in unique ways, and also working together. But what this journey is about for you is about learning your strength. And it keeps repeating that. It's like strength, 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 strength. I mean, this energy is courageous. It's strong. You can tell it has a strong heart in it. And this is what you're learning, you're being asked to connect to, is you got to step up. It's time to step up. You are the king or you are the queen, and it's time for you to step up. And it's like the Simba story, right? It's like the Lion King. Like for seriously, it's time. You have been running away from your true power, from your true place in the world, which is your destiny. It is your destiny to be the king. It is your destiny to be the queen. Now, I don't mean that literally, but there's a lot of ways that this can, express itself in your life. You've been running away from it, but you've also been discovering yourself. And there's been parts of you that have been dying, and you've been shedding, the skin like a snake. And now you're being asked to okay, it's time for you to stand up, and it's time for you to be the person that you were always meant to be, which is the freaking king. And it's really powerful. The Queen of Crystals is the energy of being grounded, knowing your surroundings, understanding your way of creating, understanding the material world, knowing how to manifest. That is part of stepping into your power. The Four of Crystals is about, for you in this case, it's learning to let go, stop being kind of greedy or to hold on to things because you're afraid that if you let go of this, like that there will be no more that will be coming in. But that's actually the way to exactly stop that flow for coming in, is to keep holding on so tight that you don't allow any movement. It becomes solidified hard. It's like you close the doors all around you. So this is about learning how to let go and let it flow. The Emperor is a strong figure. It could be someone coming into your life that's going to teach you how to be the king. It's going to, it's going to teach you how to stand up, right? Who is in the Lion King? Who is that? I think it's maybe Nala. Is that her name? She's like, where the hell have you been, Simba? You know what I mean? Like, you're the king. This is a funny analogy. But you know what I mean? There's someone who's going to be like, hey, and that someone is Saturn, because Saturn does represent that masculine emperor energy. Saturn is the one in charge. He's very responsible. He's going to teach you how to step into your power. He's going to show you how to do that by transiting through Aquarius and giving you your own unique journey of this unfolding. And then the Seven of Wands, it's like, you got it. You have the strength within you to handle any situation that comes your way. And where this is all leading is the Ten of Crystals. This is all leading towards abundance, towards security. You can't be afraid of standing up, because in that standing up, you will create the abundance. You will become that master manifester, and you will be able to live securely forever. Because you don't lose that. Once you stand in your power like that, you don't lose that. You take that with you wherever you go. The two animal cards you got are the oyster and the camel. These two are very beautiful cards, and they, let me bring it into the screen here. And they represent similar energies. Let's start with the camel. The camel is a powerful example of an energy that literally has it under control. The camel can withstand anything. I mean, you see camels and like they can last for like, I think months. I mean, I could be wrong, but a long time without water. It's like they'll just drink water, but then they'll just go on their journey. And they travel through the craziest parts of the world, which are the deserts. It's like there's nothing in the desert, right? So that shows this stamina, and it shows this endurance about life that is something that you have to learn to have. And that comes with stepping into your power and knowing your strength. Now the oyster is like an unopened box of magic. Within you is all the magic, the light, the power, and you are like untapped magic or untapped mystery. And when you open up that oyster, you'll see the beautiful pearl that inside, and that's you, and that's your soul. Your soul wants to shine out, so you got to let that oyster open. You get the soul retrieval card. Part of your journey of healing for you has to do with going back. Saturn does rule karma. He's the lord of karma and time. So part of our healing with Saturn is always to look back and collect the lost pieces of ourselves. Basically, that's what soul retrieval is. You go and you collect the lost pieces. The pieces that because of trauma in your childhood you left behind. There was a part of you that got scared and never came out again. Well, that part of you, you need to go and retrieve it. You need to call it back in. You need to make yourself whole again. So this is a process of purity. Look at that beautiful card. This is a process of standing still and listening to your own power, to your own strength. And as you do, you will move closer and closer towards enlightenment, towards being in your own strength. So I hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Please sign up for the newsletter if you have not done so yet. Every Wednesday I put out the Moon Magic Report, and also there's going to be a Saturn in transit email coming out as well. And make sure to check out the Spring 2020 special webinar happening on March 28th. All the links in the description below. Thank you guys so much. I will see you again soon. All right, pile number 3. Let's take a look at your cards. You start your reading with the Ascension card, which is the theme for this Saturn in Aquarius transit, which will be going on until 2023. And then you've got these like really powerful tarot cards. This is like a really beautiful reading. This is a reading for someone who is seriously stepping into their power as a teacher. This is a teacher in the making. Saturn, interestingly enough, is the teacher. He is the wise sage. He confronts us, or he teaches us how to be responsible, and sometimes that transition from being not responsible to responsible feels like super uncomfortable, because it's like going from immaturity to maturity. You know, Saturn, when we have our Saturn return, our perspective of life changes, and we literally become adults. And so that's always the theme underlying the planet of Saturn. But Saturn for you is like you are becoming the teacher. When people have Saturn in their 10th house or in their 9th house, in the 9th house, it's almost like you were born a teacher, a spiritual teacher. In the 10th house, for example, if you had Saturn in Sagittarius in your 10th house, that could be your career is to be this powerful spiritual teacher, because Sagittarius rules the 9th house of spiritual integration. So this is the theme that's going on here. Like, this is the theme for you for the next, until 2023. Wow. I'm kind of like in awe. So your theme is you're ascending. You're in a powerful moment of ascension for yourself, for the planet. In the picture, this woman is literally holding, the globe. Her third eye is open. She's connected. I don't know why she's half naked, but let's not talk about that. Just kidding. But there's a connection there. There's like, I know what's going on. You have knowledge of the universe that you can tap into. The way to start, if you feel like, I don't know what you're talking about, like, well, maybe I feel connected, but I don't really know where to start. Well, this is where the Page of Crystals comes in, because the Page of Crystals is the scholar. You need to study. You need to put in your efforts into understanding, into finding more knowledge. That's what's going to get you into a place where you will actually not only understand what's going on, but actually step into leadership, which is the Six of Wands. Now, when you become a leader, this isn't about having followers. This is about living life in a way that creates, that you become an example for the rest of the world to follow. The example is you living your life in an awakened way, right? You are the light worker. And part of this journey is learning how to take care of yourself. The Four of Swords is about resting, knowing when to stop and slow down. The Page of Swords is a card of, it's like mental and physical agility. It can mean that you're receiving a message. Sometimes the message may not be the best message, but it does have to do with the mind, which actually is very fitting, because Aquarius is the third air sign in the zodiac. He is the water bearer, but he's an air sign. So this is about the mind. This is knowledge, right? You've got third eye. That's the mind. That's seeing through an eye, Sorry, that was funny. But so there's this mental energy here that is being activated. So make sure that you study, gain all the knowledge that you can, go take a class, sign up for a course, go back to school, whatever it is you got to do, whatever inspires you, so you can bring forth the power of your mind by, knowing what to say, when to say it. The only way you do that is by literally going and getting knowledge. And then this is all a huge transformation that is very powerful and is very much needed in the world right now. You get two animal cards. One is the bear and the other is the nightingale. Both of these animals are very powerful. The bear is actually kind of fitting for the beginning of this transit. The bear is waking up from the winter slumber and waking up into the spring, and you literally, this transit is literally happening March 21st. Saturn moves into Aquarius March 21st, and the spring starts on March 19th. So this is like perfect timing for the bear to come out. It's time for you to wake up from your slumber, right? The last few years have felt like a slumber for sure. It's time for you to wake up from your slumber and start living life. Enjoy the freshness of life. Aries is the beginning of a powerful new year. It's the initiator, but it's just time to get moving. That's what this means. Like, it's time to get moving. So for you, this is get moving, start learning, go out there, find the knowledge, figure it out, read books, whatever you got to do to bring in that knowledge. And the nightingale is about speaking your truth, sharing your voice, and it's about the throat chakra. So again, air. The air element is huge here. The reason that you're learning, the reason that the universe is asking you to learn is so that you will know that when you speak, you will speak the truth, because you will become that channel for that truth to come through. The more you learn, the more you study, the more that you resonate with those higher frequencies. And then it's almost like when you talk, it's not you talking, it's like you're just channeling. And I know how this feels because this has happened to me many times before. The thoughts come, the right words come, but it has been possible because I have studied and because I have like dove into the finding the knowledge that will connect me to the beyond, the knowledge from the beyond, right? So we're talking about ascension, right? This is your ascension journey. That has to do with knowledge of the universe. It's not just about the history of the earth or things like that. It's about the real history of the earth. It's about understanding like the stuff like what's in the Akashic records. So you are here to speak the truth. You are the voice. You are the voice of the Aquarian age. That's what's coming through. You are the voice of the Aquarian age, and Saturn in Aquarius is going to help you literally come out of that shell. Wow, that's amazing. The hummingbird. This is a beautiful energy because the hummingbird is going to help you see the beauty all around you and drink from the nectar of, you know, the beauty that is around you. The hummingbird is just about taking in that nectar of life. It's joy, it's beauty, it's life force energy. The hummingbird is quick too, just like the mind, so it's very fitting for this energy. So you have to learn to be flexible. It's very important. You have to learn to focus, also very important. And again, another card, just like this one, that is all about transformation and the butterfly. So this is powerful, you guys. I'm so excited for this group. Whoever picked pile number 3, you got to tell me in the comments, and you got to tell me what do you think about this reading? How do you resonate? What part of this reading resonates for you? Remember to sign up for the newsletter. Check out our March 28th Spring 2020 special webinar, and make sure that you sign up for the newsletter soon so you can get that Moon Magic report that comes out on Wednesdays, as well as the Saturn transit email that's coming out very soon. I will see you guys soon, and I hope you have an awesome Saturn in Aquarius transit. All right, pile number 4, let's see what we got for you, starting with the Chariot card. And look at this. Crazy or not, you got the Chariot card twice. Holy moly. You also got the Wheel of Fortune, which is another major arcana. This is good. This is good. So the Chariot is the theme, and then the tarot cards give us more insight into this theme. What is this saying? The Chariot is like your ride to the universe has arrived. The Chariot is like Jupiter on steroids. Jupiter will bring in abundance. It will, it's going to take you there. It's like Sagittarius energy. You're about to go on this epic journey. Now, Saturn in Aquarius is about learning and understanding why we've been tested for these last few years, since 2017, and where we're going. And it is also about activating the age of Aquarius, which is obviously ruled by the planet Uranus, which is the planet of revolution and change and being unique and like electricity. So the Chariot is here. Saturn in Aquarius is your chariot. You got to get on that horse, man. You got to get on that chariot. Do not miss this ride. This is not the one. You don't want to be like, I'm not sure, I don't know. No, if an opportunity is coming up for you, you got to take it. Every part of your being will tell you it's time. Let's go, get on with it. There's no time to waste. Everything's moving fast. For you, everything's going to start moving really, really fast. So you just have to get on the horse and hang tight. What you're moving towards, okay, so this is interesting. You get the two chariots, and in between you get the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is not exactly the best tarot card to get. The Nine of Swords is anguish, it's nightmares, it's, fears, it's not being able to sleep at night. If you activate that energy, those negative thoughts, this is basically fear on steroids. What I just said that word twice now. If you go with your fear, if you let your fear take over your life, you will literally be going straight, really, really fast with the two chariot cards, straight towards your fear. Don't do that. So the journey is to learn to stand your ground. If you see in this card, yes, there are 9 swords, and yes, these represent anguish, but she has at least mastered or taken over hold of one of these fears. So it's like she's stepping into her strength by getting a handle on it. Get a handle on your fears. It's okay to be afraid. I want to say don't be afraid, but sometimes we're afraid and that's okay, but you got to keep going despite your fears. That's what the next chariot is about. We keep going despite our fears, because where that takes us is literally all your wishes are going to start coming true. 9 of Cups. Beautiful energy, beautiful card. Moving into the Queen of Wands, which is a reactivation, a mastering of your creative life force. And then, dun dun dun, the Wheel of Fortune, where literally life takes a turn for the better. Not for the worse, for the better. You're going to experience a big shift. Everyone will feel Saturn in Aquarius. You'll feel this big shift in your life, but you got to get a handle on it. It's like, get on the horse, hold on to the railings, but like, you steer it. Steer it in the direction that you want to go. You got to remember, you got free will. The ride is here, but it's like you're the one that's holding on to the wheel, right? It's powerful stuff. The 2 animals you get is the turtle and the lamb. It's so interesting because the turtle is the slowest, it's like the slowest moving animal. So like, what's the turtle doing here next to the chariot, who's like, Speedy Gonzales? The turtle is actually an ancient soul energy. The turtle, oh my God, the turtle it's gold. The teachings that come from the turtle are gold, right? It's about, right, you're moving fast with this chariot energy, but you also know exactly when to slow down and when to focus and pay attention. The turtle will teach you how to do that in a very powerful way. So you got to listen to your soul. You might even be that ancient soul that is here doing a lot of work. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to get done in these next few years. But you come with knowledge and you come with experience. The turtle represents experience. And that experience and that knowledge that you bring forth is literally taking you towards the energy of the lamb. The lamb is about prophecies. It's also an innocent energy. The lamb is about being present and understanding the future, which is what Aquarius is. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. This is the prophecy has arrived, and that's what the lamb represents. The prophecy is here. It's time for you to see it. You are part of that. If you don't see that, you're going to go way down the wrong hole, or way down the wrong road. Lightning is literally striking. So cool because Aquarius, which Saturn is moving into, is ruled by the planet Uranus. Uranus is electricity. Like straight up, Uranus is electricity. So getting the lightning, that's the chariot, that's This is this Aquarius energy. It's going to take you and you're going to go whoop. You're not going to have time to think. So call in the knowledge, call in the experience to help you with this fast moving energy. You get abundance. Of course, abundance is going to come your way. Learning to forgive. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about making things that other people did okay. Forgiveness is about forgiving yourself and then letting go of the thought or the desire that, you know, something could have been different. You let go of that. It's acceptance for what was. And you stop wishing it would have been different. That's what forgiveness really is. And then you will find yourself in solitude, but this isn't a negative solitude. This is a solitude for you to contemplate everything. All of the experiences. You contemplate them all. Get ready for a wild ride, pile number 4. I actually want to know what you think of this message, because that was kind of intense. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to sign up for a newsletter, get that weekly moon magic report, get that Saturn and Aquarius transit email that will be coming out soon as well, and sign up for our spring 2020 special webinar. All the links are in the description of the video. I love you guys. We'll see you soon. Lots of exciting energy coming up. Sat Nam.